Well, good afternoon. And we had spoken before about what to carry when you're traveling on a motorcycle touring. And for me, I always like to carry tools and some spare items so that make sure that if something happens, I'm covered. Whether it's for a flat tire or it's a burned out fuse, it's pretty important, in my opinion, to carry things. But in Thailand, we're very lucky. There's always small repair shops everywhere. But if you get into more remote areas, it's nice to have some items with you that can help you out in a pinch. So here are some of the items that I would recommend when you're touring. So in no special order, I do have a good toolkit, and I think it's important having the right tools. And as you can see, everyone will have a different toolkit, but I have the basics plus. I always find that having a pair of vice grips is quite handy, and having some extra set of wrenches and stuff. So the other thing that I carry is a bag full of extra nuts and bolts, because you never know, it's come in handy when somebody's dropped a bolt or something like that on their bike, and we've been able to come up with something to fix it. I also carry a length of rope, which is very handy for either pulling a bike out or tying it onto the back of a truck. I carry duct tape. I carry sunglasses, obviously, and I have a pair of night glasses, just clear glasses for riding at night. I also have some contact adhesive for when your boots may let go. I carry white cotton gloves and some latex gloves, just to keep my hands clean as much as possible. Some double-faced tape. Some industrial zip ties, which have really come in handy. These are very, very heavy duty. I got them from a friend of mine, and they're very difficult to get, and I use them sparingly. But I also have lots of the inexpensive zip ties as well. Something that you may consider is a roll of chicken wire. You can do a lot of MacGyver with this, fixing different types of stuff. I also carry a lock for my helmet, so when I get to a restaurant or something, I can just lock it on the bike or bring it in. At night, it's really handy to have a spotlight if something happens, that you can fix it. A power pack. This power pack will start my motorcycle because I ride an NC DCT, and if you're riding a GS, you just can't push start it, whereas this battery pack is a 15 volt, and it will kick over. I've never had an issue with it. I had to use it a couple times. Some connectors, and these are kind of cool because it uses heat, so you just use a lighter and it melts a piece of lead and connects the pieces together. Here's some spare fuses, which have come in handy. A compressor, a little bit beat up, but it does the job. Some WD-40, some grease spray, and something that when you're traveling in Thailand, sometimes you may get in a room and there's some, it's off, and they can spray that in the room, and then later on, when they go back in, it's not a big issue. The smell is not there anymore. Glass cleaner, always handy to clean your helmet. And obviously my gloves, which I carry. I always carry 3 pairs. I know it's a bit crazy, but it's better to have enough gloves than not enough gloves. And obviously oil for my oiler, which I have a Tutoro oiler on my bike. So that's pretty well it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this stuff up in the boxes and show you. Well, here's the beauty of shad. So to attach the box, very simple. Lift up this tab here, place it on. That's it. As you can see, rock solid. Some WD-40. We have some glass cleaner here. So now all we have to do now is close up this box, and these are really solid. Same thing on this side. And I never had them open up for no reason. And on the back here, to attach my Endurostand bag, is I use rock straps. And like I said, they've never failed me yet. And of course, you know the NC is got another great feature, and that's the frunk. This is what an NC looks like after 198,500 kilometers. As you can see, it's not bad looking. It's a few scrapes, a few scratches, but overall, I think she looks pretty good. Now I can tell you that skid plate is definitely damaged, but that's okay. That's it's protected the engine, so which is the important thing. Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, China, Tibet, and Mount Everest. This bike can do it all. 3 years ago, I was in Everest. Amazing.